Tell me a 5 minutes. What's your name?
Grace.
Grace. So what do you experience now? For example, if I ask you to draw this curve and you are getting that, what do you feel? Frustrated that you cannot draw it, or are you trying to go harder, or you don't know really how to do it? What is your first? Just say something.
I mean, it's just like sort of like a one thing I can't get it to like go like a short.
But you're trying to follow that or no?
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you doing to try to follow it? Or you don't really know what to do?
Don't know.
Okay, good. That's a good answer. So what I will tell you now is, okay, you're going 140, okay, which might be good, but this is shorter, and then you're building well, and then you're kind of collapsing. So what I will say is, and this is the same, we don't need to repeat it for the others, okay? What I will say is, first tip, lower the stroke rate. Because if you lower, it's like if I ask you to write in a paper 5 words in a minute or in 1 second. One is easier to write it well, in a minute or in 1 second, 5 words. Correct. So what you will choose, 1 second or 1 minute? Correct. So if you need to draw that, and it's complicated, you want to slow down so you have more time to think about how to draw it, and also it's easier because you have more power to draw it bigger, okay? So the first thing you'll think is about lowering. The second thing you're going to think is, if you're collapsing here in the middle, is that something you're doing in the middle of the stroke is not powerful enough. So what I will think is about trying to try different things with your body to be more stationary, swing earlier, swing later, to try to build that. So let's try to now start rowing slower, and then be more aware of when you grab the load and push, and just look at the curve. Take your time. Try to draw the curve. So if you are rowing longer, try to row shorter. And be more powerful in the middle. Remember the rate. So, we only measure the power. Better there. Try to overlap at the end, body and arms more. The opposite. Better. Okay. So, do you see a little direct feedback of what you do? You see changes here, and then you feel you're doing something different, or no?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So, quickly, what I will do is to explain here. Here, when the curve goes in for everyone, she will be a little longer because we're explaining the basics. So, when the curve goes in, it means that there is not enough pressure. Okay? So, what I will say is, you need to understand that in that part of it here, you need to bring more pressure. And you say, how do I bring more pressure here? The first thing is, you're rowing too long, okay? So if you row too long here at the end, okay, you are like dispersing that pressure. So in rowing, it can be good to row. It can be bad to row too long because you're just like bringing the handle with no pressure to your body. So what I will say is, I want at the end to think about using the body and start using your arms earlier. Does this make sense? What is stronger in you? Your body alone or your body with your arms? Together. Yes or no? It's clear or no?
Yeah.
What is stronger? A punch like that or a punch like that?
Cycle.
Correct. Why? Correct. Huh? Yeah, good. Thank you. Give me a little more time, okay? Does this make sense or not? Yeah. Okay? So what you want to understand is legs, body, arms is how you use them to be powerful. It doesn't need to be that if it looks good, it's powerful. This is what shows you how powerful you are. So what I'm saying is, the change you need to do in your body is you need to learn, in the second part of the stroke, to use the arms with the body earlier to be stronger. Make sense? So now you are doing that, body and arms, but you are not strong enough in your arms to do them alone. You need to overlap the arms with the body. So that will make the stroke a little shorter, okay? And at the same time, it will make it a little stronger. So what I want is that what you're going to do is do the same thing slow, and then when you have the load and you're pressing, by half slide, and you're still going with the body, start bringing the arms earlier. Try it. Think about what I said. You want to feel more load in the second part. Stronger your core. And if you draw the first part, don't do more of the first part. If you maintain the first, more pressure on the second. You're looking at the curve, making adjustments, slow. Okay, so did you feel some changes? Did you see some changes? It felt different or not a little bit? So that's a little the direction, okay? So the direction is to learn to use your legs, body, arms on a better way, okay? So in your case, let's row normal like for 10 strokes. Okay, so in this stroke what I see is one, you're not very strong when you pull. And then you use a little, you engage too much your shoulders. So what I will do is like trying to load that, you see, and then I will do is I will lower the rate and then try to don't over, you row long already, your length is not your problem. It's about trying to be stronger on what you're running, okay? And try to be aware that your legs don't go down empty. So don't try to do more at the catch, but try to maintain that pressure longer, okay? And try to build on the second part. So it's engaging more your core and be overlapping more the arms with the body. So let's try to row 5 strokes where you're going to bring your arms earlier. Slow. Wake up earlier. Push hard. Good. So for you, it's about getting stronger on the core and the upper body. Don't push more at the front. You're good, and then you don't have a problem with length. But you know, trying to work on that. So it's clear when you will get on the machine what you need to work on. Yeah. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, next one. It's good. Good. You're strong.
They're gonna make a 2-minute part.
So remember, a lot of you will have that problem of, you know, like think about if all your rivals are weak on the second part of the stroke, and we as a group get stronger on the second part of the stroke, we're going to be a lot faster. Because they are going to be, like, there is no difference from a team on Connecticut or on California than you on the second part of the stroke. There are also random girls like you, okay? And this is a weakness of junior girls that comes over development. So it's something that if we strengthen, we're going to accelerate better the boat, okay? So, you know, in cases, you know, for you that will make your boat a lot faster. Okay, let's row normal. for you, it's good. I mean, when I see you taking strokes and you're coordinated, the first thing is, it's good that you open a little your legs, you're strong. So what I will say is, one of the things you need to learn is try to be relaxed on your shoulders. Okay. She's tense on the shoulders because she's weak, which, you know, for her makes a little sense. You don't need to be tense on your shoulders, you're stronger on your build on the middle of the body. So I think you need to be more aware of being more relaxed on the shoulders and feel like you engage more your core and your lats. Okay. Okay, and use better like the legs. You are too, you're too, I don't know your personality, but you look like you're very calm and, you know, you take your time. It's your kind of personality. So you're like very, very strong. So you need to dig to try to fire that, okay? Like rowing is a pretty aggressive sport. So, you know, it won't come overnight. But you need to try to say, okay, you know, I think I can get a little more squeeze of those legs. Or I think I can be a little more, you know, I don't say you need to start now, but you need, it's not like, you know, we don't need to be picking up flowers on the course, you know. So I'm saying you can be smooth and calm, but with aggression, makes sense, with power. And that comes over time practicing. So what I would say, take the handle, is the first thing you need to do is when you load, like to relax the shoulder, like the reason you're tensing here is because you need to connect the handle to the feet, and tensing the shoulders is the way to do it. But now what I'm telling you is you need to do it more with your lats and your load, and then when you feel it, you need to feel more pressure on the feet. So let's try to go now and think about that a little. So like right here, the position right here now that you are, like before you catch, you kind of do that already. Yeah. So try to learn, and this is a process that you will do on your own when you roll the machine, try to learn to be more like a rectangle instead of doing this thing like that, because that breaking of the thing when you grab it will bring tension to your shoulders. So try to be more compact here, even like think about sending the elbows a little down and try to bring the pressure lower in your body. Makes sense? Don't think about rowing, think about more about grabbing the load and pushing it. And then think about your stomach and your glutes. Okay, one thing, better, you see the feedback helps? So if you see that the curve keeps going like that and you want to cut it early, it's because the handle is coming, is doing that and there is no more pressure. There is no reason you need to keep going. Cut. Okay. Correct? I mean, it's like it's when you're rowing, when you get here, you just release. Okay, so what I will say, if you're doing that and it keeps going, what is happening is like is when you're rowing and the blade is already, there is no pressure in front. Yeah. So like you can really cut it. So let me sit a moment here, you can stand up. Okay. So really quickly, that you all see it because you all are repeating something that you are, you know, you've been repeating it. So if I take it, and then I decide to roll that line, stop. And then if I want to go longer, so what I'm saying is you want to, so I'm rowing and getting that line and it's plenty of pressure. So if you're rowing longer than me, it's that there is no pressure, okay? So it is the ability to, when the blade is in the water, is producing pressure. So to get the length when it's not coming down, it's just not being efficient. Okay? So what I want is that you learn also to cut the stroke when there is no more pressure. And one of the ways to cut the stroke is to overlap the arms more with the body. Because if the body goes and then the arms go, it's a longer stroke here and it's not as efficient. Makes sense or not? Okay? So with you being stronger on the core, on your lats, being more powerful with the legs, and then on the recovery, like relax, you're good. You just need to take good strokes. And then follow that and try to develop strength. For every one of you is going to be a lot of similar things. It's about getting stronger on the core. Change?
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Thank you.
You can go. You have really good leg pressure, you're connected well, you have good feel, you're strong. So I think the key things for you, the two key things for you are, one, consistency. Like I want always the same curve. Like it's not anymore about, oh, if your curve is good enough. No, it is like, it needs to be always good. So what you need to is, if you're here 10 minutes and you're drawing that curve, first of all, this is, like, you could be drawing a little better. Maybe one thing, also you need to understand, this curve might be a little too challenging and you need to be going too hard. So we could do is lower a little the power, the peak, so it doesn't require that much power. And then you don't need to be that exposed to produce consistent good curve. Makes sense? Because if it's too hard, then it's normal that you're more inconsistent. So I'm saying find a curve where it's easier and your heart rate doesn't go up, and now try to drag consistently. So the two things for you is that you need to be like a clock. Okay? And the second one is you need to try to be a little more up. Okay? And the reason is because if you're so down, is the whole, I don't want to change, you are like, you roll a lot by instinct, and it's good. Both has life and has rhythm, and you need to feel it. But what I'm saying is, when your body is so like that, it also comes with inconsistency. You're like a wild horse, so and then we need to, the thing is, it goes a long way to be a wild horse in drawing, because it's a pretty wild sport. But I want that wild horse to don't have a weak moment. Yeah. And I want to be efficient, so if you're putting 10, we get 10 out of it. Okay, not that we put 10, we get 8 out of it, but because you're so aggressive, 8 is good enough, but it could be 10. Make sense? So for you is, and when I talk about sitting up, it's a little stronger on your core. There. A little more, like this. So go down now. Yeah, this, or a little up. So I don't want you to go up here. I want this to be a little more up. Makes sense? Yeah. So a little more engage on the glutes and the lower back, but not tense here. Okay. So because that's going to give you a little more leverage over the catch. Makes sense? If you are too down, you don't have the same power, okay? If you see a power lifter, they're not like that, correct? Because they have 300 or I don't know how many pounds they have, correct? So what I'm saying is, if you're a little more up and a little more in a strong position, you're going to be stronger. Make sense? So just think about that, and I think you will see that here.
Yeah.
You will see when you change that up, you should see that it's easier to produce that pressure. So I'm not asking you to change anything that you don't see a good feedback.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is do exactly what you do, but now you're drawing that curve. You're lower rate, you're finding, whatever Jason decided, okay, this is a curve I feel I can be comfortable. And now he says, okay, try to see that a little more. Do you feel it's easier? Yeah, I feel stronger. Okay, let's try to roll like now, or is more easier to maintain that pressure over time? Yes. So let's try to now be a little more like that, okay? But said that, your good things are, that you feel and then you're intuitive, so don't become like mechanical now. Make sense? Good. So just that. Well, try to take a few strokes a little sitting up, and then let me see you. So it's like, think about that when you're rowing, there is a roof, and you need to be touching it. So you want to be bigger on the boat. And then that bigger makes you stronger. Think about stronger. Yeah? So as you come to the front, grow. And come up like you're going to take something. Yeah, that's, so your biggest challenge in college and this year to be good is to be more powerful and to be in a stronger position. So for you it's a lot about going to the catch. Now you're going to the catch totally down, and it works, but you can be stronger if you feel about growing. So you need, but that's a good thing. You need to practice here, and you need to feel that, because the approach to the catch here is similar to the boat, correct?
Yeah.
So I want you to grow and grab it. I want you to grow and grab it, and feel like suspended. So in a way, if you're a little more up, you're going to feel more suspended more suspended through the handle, stronger. Not like that down, okay? So when you do it right, you'll feel you lose a little more weight on the seat.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like my arms are still like long and out, but my back is up.
Yeah, you need to come here. Yeah, and then now try to grow from that section. Yeah, there. That all the good rowers. Like if I'm go to the catch. All the good rowers now go down.
Change.
Yeah. So from here, you see that? Now go up, touch my hand. So the better, and it's not from here, it's from here. It requires strength, and you need to squeeze your glutes and push. So that will make you stronger. So that's your challenge. Like it's going to be difficult to produce pressure there. Okay? So it's about being more powerful. Okay, next one. And you can practice with that. Because it's the whole, what I want is you to be powerful on the sequence, not in a static moment. Makes sense? I don't want you to be up, I want you to be, you can be down when you feel release, but as you go to the catch, I want you to start growing, and at the catch, I want you to up at the catch. Make sense, Jason?
Yeah.
Like up at the front. Like at the recovery, you can relax and then grow. Okay? Everyone should get something out of it that they need to work on, Make sense? If you don't get something out of when we do that, tell me. I didn't get anything. So I'll try to do this.
I want my money back.
Hold on. Okay, good. So what you need to do is, you need to be you're obviously like developing your upper body, okay? So you are like, you have a long way to go. You can get a lot stronger in your upper body. So I want, give me your hands. I want this part that, like if we were like hanging out of something, you need to be stronger on that position. You're weak here. And that's not anything you're doing wrong. It's like your body is not strong yet. So what I want is when you're rowing here, you're going to feel like all this is engaged so you can get stronger. So you don't necessarily like try to go faster or try to rush anything. You just try to feel like you grab it and then you pry it and get stronger, okay? And then it just is a question of repetition. So what I want is you should be the kind of athlete that you load a low rate and you just grab the load, push it and get stronger and always sitting up and always looking at the feedback. It's not, I think it's more about you have a long way to go to get stronger. It's very difficult to develop strength there because there is so heavy at the front that you cannot grab and push. You just need to hit it. But here you can grab it and push it. So let's try to roll a little again and let's try to just feel stronger, yeah? Grab it and try, but don't do more power, yeah? And relax. More aware of your upper body. Remember, one thing is your legs are going down too fast when you don't pay attention. So what I want is that you're going to think about making the legs more prying more. So if they find more load, what they're going to go faster or slower? What they're going to do if they find more load?
Go faster?
No, they go slower. Well, no, it's not a simple question. Like if the more heavy it is, it's harder to go fast, correct? So what I'm saying is try to I'm not saying slow down your legs. I'm saying make your legs have like to push against something heavier. So try to find more loads on the legs. So don't think about, oh, I want to go fast because you might miss it. So let's try again. So just be patient and produce pressure. Yeah? Stop. You see? That's a lot better. So that means this stroke you find a lot more pressure. So if you feel out more the curve, is that it felt a little different? So that's what every one of you needs to feel a little. Makes sense? To find more load, find more pressure. So for you, I mean, you are like in a process of, you know, like you have a long way to go in the way of you can improve a lot by getting stronger. And you are kind of athlete that as you get stronger, everything is going to go faster. So what you want to be sure is when you're taking strokes, you're taking them in a way you can get stronger. So what I'm saying is I want slow so you can engage those muscles. Make sense? Make sense or not? Yeah. Like why weightlifting makes us stronger? What's the first principle of weightlifting? To work against a weight. Okay. Did you see any weightlifter working with no weights?
No.
What they weight with heavy?
Yeah.
Why they put weights on?
To get stronger.
Correct. So what makes them stronger? To work against a weight. So if you row and you don't find weight, you never get stronger. Make sense? So making a light can be a problem if you're weak. So a strong athlete, I'll say you need to make it light to make it quicker. Because you might be really strong but slow. But you need to get stronger so we can be solid on the stroke. Make sense? So what I want is that you slow down and use to use your body, engage your body and stronger on your upper body. Okay? Take a few strokes more and think about, think about your glutes engaging. Yeah? And look for low. Yeah? Don't think about quicker is better. Heavy. Yeah. Good? Okay, good. So, perfect. So I'm a big believer, and you might sound a little, but I will say, too simple, but I'm a big believer that if each one of you sits on this machine and take purposeful strokes, engaging the whole body and being consistent and developing strength, you're going to get faster by a lot. Because there is no many opportunities you have to do that. On this machine you cannot train those muscles. It works differently in your body, how you engage your body. And on the water, the aid is too fast, and we're always doing pieces and it moves too quick. So when you go here, we want to be working on something we're not doing on the water and on here. We're going to be working on strength and consistency. Make sense? So don't think you sit here and you need to go quick. Just feel about engaging, okay? And in your case, that will make you stronger. Here through the weeks, what I will want is that if you're looking at this number here that is called energy, okay? You see what I did? I click here, and then I click energy, and I said, okay? The energy is the area in the curve. So you will see that if we maintain the stroke rate, every week that number is easier. Because that number is how long you row and how powerful you are. So you should be able to fill up that curve easier because you are stronger. Or you are more strong on the movements because you learn how to use the things you have better. Make sense? So that's why I want with you is key. Because if you don't get load or you don't get, again, something solid, these parts don't get strong, okay? Okay, good?
Okay.